Good evening from Copenhagen. Rather pleasant, 20 degrees. We're here at the stadium, and so I say hi to Roy Mackay. There are a couple of other people here as well. You will be our guest for the 15 minutes of practice ahead of this Champions League game. It was a rather short trip for you from Amsterdam. Yeah, I arrived this earlier today without a delay, so that is good. You played here as well with the national team. That should be enough. So we will watch the practice session. Roy will be the co-commentator to give you the latest informations. First couple of minutes are already gone. Roy Mackay was alluding to it earlier. There's not a full squad available. A couple of players are injured. Some coaches might say, well, it's easier for me. I don't have to put too many players on the bench. I don't have to make too many tough decisions. But I remember from my days, we were making the final practice at home, and then we traveled. But I think it's always nice to get used to the pitch and the stadium as well, even though you cannot make as much tactically than you would be able to do when you practice first and fly later. But it's a good opportunity for sponsors to watch the practice as well. So talk us through your opinion about the team. I think they were really good. The game against Leipzig was a really great game to watch it, high speed. And as far as the result was concerned, it was okay as well after being 2-0 down. But could have taken the lead with the Musiala chance early on, and then Leipzig were playing their strength. But generally speaking, I think the team is doing a good job. They won the Champions League game, they are through in the Cup, and they have 2 draws in the Bundesliga so far against 2 top teams, but I think it was a pretty good start. And rather intensive. Way through the league so far with Leipzig, Copenhagen and everything, but I think the players are used to this, playing every 3 days. And it's important for the team to get good results, and that's what the team does so far, apart from the 2 draws. But against Leverkusen, I only saw a short version. It could have gone either way, and against Leipzig, they were struggling in the past 2 games, and it's good if you were down 2-0 and you can still win it. Could have lost it as well. There was one great sweeper-keeper style clearance from Ulreich, and now the next game. It was very important to win the first game against Manchester United, so you're not really under pressure today, because if you don't win the first game, then there's a lot of pressure involved. Since you're here, Roy Mackay, as a former world-class striker, let's talk about the one and only Harry Kane. He scores at will. He's a good servant to his fellow players. What's your opinion on him? Well, he's absolutely magnificent. When the question was, does Bayern need a striker, I always said yes. All through the history, Bayern always had an exceptional striker. I was one of those, fortunately enough, and so I'm very happy that Bayern managed to acquire an exceptional striker with Harry Kane, who's really doing a great job. He plays just like he did at Tottenham, not just as a number 9, but he's also playing deeper, he's assisting. So if Musiala had scored, Harry Kane would have earned the assist. So he integrated very quickly into the team, and the team also knows his worth, that he can score and that he can assist, and that is always important for a club if you have someone and you know, well, he's doing his things. And he's a great helper, even outside of scoring goals. It's not the most important thing that he's playing well defensively as well, but I think he plays just as he did at Tottenham when he had a very quick striker with Son, and he has the same now with Sané, Coman, Tel, Gnabry. He has great wingers to his disposal as well. And that really helps when he knows that he has players of highest quality surrounding him. Leroy Sané is a very important player. He was participating in 15 goals during his last 15 games. That is a really good percentage. It's probably his best time since he joined Bayern Munich. What do you think? Well, yeah, the same. And the time earlier, he really was delivering great games, but there were also games that were not that good. But now he really is playing exceptional and scoring lots of goals. And he's always dangerous in every game now. And he has those abilities. He can score free kicks. He can put crosses in. You saw that against Leipzig. He's extremely important for the team. What is the right approach for a game like this? As Bayern Munich, you're obviously the favorite against the Danish champion, Copenhagen. They are on top of the table, undisputed pretty much. Is that a team that can surprise you late on in a game? Well, in the Champions League there are no easy opponents anymore. I only played here once. It was the national team, but I've seen pictures when the fans are really in full voice, so it's going to be a great atmosphere tomorrow. And let's not forget, they drew against Istanbul away, which is always difficult, so they really have quality. And as a team, Bayern Munich has more quality, obviously, but the opponent's not going to make things easy for Bayern. We're not far away from the teams. What's your impression so far of the pitch? Doesn't look too bad. What is the acoustic in this stadium like? Well, I've seen pictures. I think on the left side, the home fans are going to be there. I'm looking forward to what they have planned for tomorrow. And I've seen the games against Brøndby, which is the local rival, and they have nothing to lose here. They're in one group with Bayern and Manchester United, the two favorites, so they might think, well, we have to fight for third place against Galatasaray. They drew the first game, so they have nothing to lose, really. And everybody thinks that Bayern Munich will win this game, and those are the easiest game for an opponent. If you have nothing to lose in those games, how is it as a Bayern Munich player? If you know you're the favorite, what does it change? Well, I think Bayern enters every game as a favorite, and as a player, you know, and I was talking about it quite often from day one when I came here. It's not about wanting to win, you have to win, you have to win the championship, and if you can't stand the pressure, then things are gonna be difficult. And all the players that are on the pitch know about the pressure. They are world champions and have won everything, and others want to win a lot, so they are really competitive, and they know that they are the favorites in almost every game, and that is something they're used to. Well, so they have to cope with it. Well, if you can't, then it's difficult at this club. Copenhagen has never won against a German club, so we don't assume that this is going to change tomorrow. Bayern should get through in their current shape. It's a good vibe as well, even though games are kind of thick and fast and all the issues around the club, they're all appearing to be very focused, but that's part of the Champions League, isn't it? Yeah, but in order to get a mood like that, you need good results, and now Guerrero is coming into the team. when he arrived here, he was injured and now he's finally back. And you can see all the players that are coming into the team, like Tell, for example. He's always playing a great role. Musiala is he came back against Manchester United, and you can see how much quality you have, not only on the pitch but also on the bench. So he has quite a lot of options, particularly offensively. Who would be your choice there? Well, Sané and Kane, obviously. And up front, I don't know, but I think Coman will start probably. And then you have Choupo, Müller, Tell. You have 3 offensive players in midfield. Well, we have to wait and see, but probably Goretzka, Kimmich are gonna play, and maybe probably Jamal. But like you said, you just have to look who's on the bench there. So it's very good for a coach. If things are not going well, you can always go to your bench and make substitutions. Well, you were talking about Thomas Müller earlier, who also has great quality when he starts. So the first 15 minutes are over. Thomas Müller is also a big factor who can always change things. Well, he's always a factor and the fans want to see him. He might also be an option. So let's see how Thomas Tuchel will decide. He wasn't giving away anything in the press conference. Well, unfortunately, Kim and Upa are back. Unfortunately, De Ligt is not back. Your countryman, well, injuries are part of the game, and you've seen it in the German Football Federation Cup when all 3 central defenders weren't there. Then things are always going to be difficult. So let's see all the media personnel. They have to leave the stadium now because we're only allowed to show you the first 15 minutes. It's always a bit of the warm-up and playing through the circle. And you never know who is really part of that practice squad. So thank you for the first impression. You will be at the game tomorrow as well, and I need a tip from you. It's a 3-0 win for Bayern Munich. That was the right constellation. Thank you very much, Roy Mackay. And so that's it. Let's see what tomorrow brings. We'll catch you there. Bye-bye.